All right, to get this started, the flow for today is going to take us into Ekapada Galavasana, or flying pigeons. So it's going to be a lot of external rotation of the hip today, definitely getting into the outer hip, into the thighs, a little bit your low back and the glutes as well, so keep that in mind. And that is the demonstration I had before we begin, everything leading up toward this pose. Now coming into this, at the end of each sequence, what's going to happen is you're going to be toward the front of the mat, and we're going to start this with a standing balance in a figure four. So you're going to have one foot down on the floor, one leg lifted, bring the ankle past the thigh of your base leg, curl the toes, your lifted foot, keep the knee to the side, and keep the foot tense. You're going to sink into the stance, and you're trying to bring the stretch into the outer hip of the lifted leg, going to the outer hip and into the glutes of that as well. You're definitely going to move into a stretch that you're going to get from your half-pigeon pose, keep in mind. Now, you got to hold on to your balance. So bring your hands wherever you need to stay balanced. If you're losing it, you can always just bring your foot down to the floor for a moment. Just try to keep your legs crossed. Slow your breathing down. Try to, if you're getting a little bit frustrated, try to relax, take a couple deep breaths, and just bring yourself back into position. Now from here, once you're stable, sink down as much as you can, bending to both knees with the top leg pressing into the bottom one. Now wherever your hands are, I want you to try to fold this down and go deep into that outer hip stretch. And this is the larger purpose of coming into this pose, keep in mind. So just hold this here as best you can. We're going to pause here for a little bit. And then from this point, we'll take it to the arm balance. Now, if you're going to take Galavasana, you've got to bring your hands down to the floor in front of that lifted shin and be able to get the palms all the way down to the mat. Now, if your hips are just real tight and that is just not going to happen, then just don't worry about the arm balance. So what you're going to do then is just release the cross, bring both feet to the floor, and just take it to crow. Palms down, just take it from your forward fold, lift your heels, bring the knees to your arms, lean forward, keep your hips up high, lift the feet together, pull the heels up close. Now, if you're going to take it to Galavasana, then keep the legs crossed and bring your palms all the way down and fold as deeply as you can over that lifted shin. Now, if the palm's on the floor, what you're going to do is lean into this. You want to bring that lifted shin as high up in your arms as you can. So target the armpits. It's probably going to come down lower. So let the shoulders go forward. Kick that front leg in. You're going to hook one foot around the opposite arm and then lean forward into this. Keep your hips high. Now, this is basically just crow with crossed legs. So let your shoulders move forward. Let the hips stay lifted and see about hovering your base foot. You can go back and forth from this position. This is a really good stretch all by itself if you're just on the edge of this, keep in mind. And this is enough. Now, if you keep that foot lifted, maybe pull the heel up toward your seat and keep your hips up high. And if you want to take even further, you can extend that lifted leg up and back. You want to go up, keep in mind, and hold on to your pose. And just work that as best you can. People call that flying pigeon because it's basically the half pigeon stretch, but you're doing it on two hands. Now, you can fly back from that position into your Vinyasa. You're probably going to step down and come into plank, but just work it as best you can, and we'll move through the transition from there and go through the rest of the flow from that point. So just keep all that in mind. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get this started and start seated. So go ahead and take this into Baddha Konasana. So it's going to be soles, feet together, knees out wide. And when you set this up, just be sure you can pick your hands up off the floor and still sit this upright without a whole lot of effort. So just keep your core tensed enough to keep yourself vertical. But if you find yourself forcing to lean forward or something like this, or your knees are really high, slide your feet away from you, especially if your hips are a little bit tighter. Make a longer diamond shape with your legs. Now, once you set that up, just bring your fingertips down to your sides, just enough to keep yourself stable and keep yourself tall. But relax around the hips as best you can. Hold tension through the midsection, pulling around the ribs, and really stretch this out to extend the top of your head toward the ceiling. Now, let your shoulders sink down. Keep your neck nice and long. Draw your chin in just a little bit. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So the inhale's pulling as much as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe here. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. When you exhale, just open your eyes. Take it slow with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center. Now inhale, reach up high. And with the exhale, this time twist to the right. Right hand to the floor behind, left arm outside to your right thigh. Now sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look over your right shoulder. Use your left arm, push into your right leg. And keep the knees wide. Pull that left knee down toward the floor best you can. With the next inhale, turn to center, reach up. And then with the exhale, twist left. Left hand down behind, right arm outside your left thigh. Again, sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look over your left shoulder. Right arm pushes into your left leg, and then pull the right knee down toward the floor as you're twisting. With the next inhale, turn to center, reach up. And then with the exhale, just bring the hands down through center and bring your hands down to the floor outside your hips. Now fingers out to the sides, push down into the floor, lift your seat up off the mat, keep your feet together. And when you're lifted from here, make sure you've got that lift from the shoulders. Keep the neck nice and long so you're not just sagging down. Now with your feet pressed together, keep the knees out wide and just go back and forth. Push your hips toward your heels and then come back toward your arms. And just keep moving back and forth like this and use this to try to open up your hips and still keep the knees wide as you're moving. Now the next time you come back toward the arms, just stay lifted. Push from the shoulders and keep your neck long still. And then just move one leg at a time. So lift your left foot and bring the heel toward your right knee close as you can. And then set the foot. Lift the right foot, heel to knee again on the left side. And then come back to center. Left heel to right knee. And then bring the foot back down. Stay lifted, bring the right heel to your left knee. And then set the foot down again. Left heel to right knee one more time. Bring the foot to the floor, and then bring the right heel to your left knee one more time. And then set the foot down. And go ahead, sink back down to the floor. Shake your hands out for a moment. Now I'm just turning for the camera here, but keep the legs in Baddha Konasana. And then take hold of your knees, keep them wide, but lean back and pick your feet up off the floor. Sit this up tall. We're taking this toward a boat variation. Now press your low back forward. Try to keep your spine toward upright. The knees are still wide, feet are still together. And then reach your arms forward. And we go back and forth from here, lowering and then lifting. So why don't you just lean back, come down about halfway. Pull your belly and lift back up, sit up tall. And then bring it back down for 2. And then lift this up again. Lean back, lower for 3. Come back up. Lean back, lower for 4. And then lift this back up. Lean back, lower for 5. Lift back up again. Lean back, lower for 6. And then lift this up. Lean back, lower for 7. Lift this up again. Lean back, lower for 8. Lift up, sit up tall. Lean back, lower for 9. Lift back up again. Lean back, lower for 10. And lift up one more time. Now once you're lifted, just set the feet down hips width. Reach forward, round your spine as completely as you can. And then just take it down slow. And come all the way down to the floor. Now once you're down, relax your head, reach your arms out wide. And with the feet about hips width distance here, just go ahead and twist. Fold your knees right and left. And just loosen up. Now go ahead, bring your knees back into center, feet flat. And let's set this up for a bridge variation here. So feet hips width distance apart. Bring your heels in close so you can flatten your low back as much as possible while you're down. Arms to the sides, right and left, but bend the elbows. Forearms vertical, make your hands into fists. This is sort of like a bench pressing position. Now keep your fists clenched, keep the elbows and shoulders pressed down, keep your gaze up high. Let's go up and down from here. So with an inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, roll your spine back down. Inhale, press your hips up high. And then lower. Inhale, lift your hips again. Exhale, roll this down. Inhale, press up high. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, press the hips high, squeeze your glutes. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, bring your hips up again. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, press up one more time, hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep lifting up. Bring the feet in just a little bit closer to each other. And we're going to go back and forth, hips still lifted, lifting one leg at a time. Now pull the right knee in toward your chest, the hips are still high. Set the foot down. Pull your left knee in close. And then bring that foot to the floor. Draw the right knee in again. And then set the foot down. Bring your left knee in tight. And then that foot comes down to the floor. Pull the right knee in close again. And then set the foot. Draw your left knee toward your chest. And then set this back down. Pull the right knee in again. And then bring the foot to the floor. Draw the left knee in tight. And then set the foot. One more time, right knee to your chest. And then set the foot down. One more time, pull your left knee in. And then bring that foot to the floor. Now re-engage and engage the glutes. Press the hips up higher still. Keep squeezing. Dig into your heels. Lift your toes. Try to pull the heels toward your shoulders. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just come all the way down. Now once you're down, bring your knees to your chest. Bring your hands to your knees. Squeeze everything in. And then as you're squeezing, go ahead, curl up. Lift your head and shoulders. Bring your nose close to your knees. Go ahead, cross at the ankles. And then roll this up to a seat. And then once you're up, just keep your feet down. Bring yourself down onto your forearms. And once the forearms come down, just keep them parallel. Now you can have the hands pressed down. You can make your hands into fists, but keep the hands pushing down into the floor either way. Step your feet in close to your seat. And then just lift your seat up off the floor. Now we're going to stay low here basically. But I want you to keep your chest lifting. Feel that stretch from shoulder to shoulder. And as you hold on to this, we're going to lift one leg at a time. So extend your right leg up to the ceiling straight as you can. Now right leg out to the side. Try to bring the big toe down to the floor close as you can go. Lift back up the vertical and then set the foot. Left leg up high, straighten as much as you can. Out to the side, bring the big toe down toward the floor. Lift back up and set the foot down. Right leg up high again. Out to the side, bring the big toe down low. Lift the leg back up and set the foot. Left leg up high. Out to the side, bring the big toe toward the floor. Lift back up and bring the foot to the mat. Right leg up high again. Open up, bring the big toe down toward the floor. Lift back up and then set the foot. Left leg up high. Out to the side, bring the big toe toward the floor. Lift back up. Set the foot. Keep your chest lifted 2 more rounds. Extend the right leg high again. Out to the side, big toe toward the floor. Lift back up and then set the foot. Left leg high. To the side, big toe toward the floor. Lift up again and set the foot down. One more time with the right leg up. Out to the side, big toe toward the floor. Lift back up and then back to both feet. Left leg high one more time. Out to the side, big toe toward the floor. Lift back up. Set the foot down. And then go ahead and lower your hips. Walk your hands in, sit this up tall. Once you can take the weight off your hands, just go ahead and roll your shoulders out for a moment. And then when you're ready, go ahead, cross at the ankles. Roll forward your hands and come into all fours. Take a moment here, just move around and breathe. Now we're going to go ahead and take this into the wrist. So I want you to bring your hands in close right in front of your knees. But then bring the knees out wide, wider than your hips. So big toes point toward each other like you're about to come back into child's pose. Now keep the hands shoulder width, palms down. Rotate your fingertips out to the side and then the direction of your feet. And set the hands down flat. Now spread your fingers out wide, grip the floor. Keep your fingertips pressing down. And then just go ahead and just circle your shoulders over your wrists here to start holding on to that grip. Now, if you want to stay with this is good enough, but if you can take things further, bring this into center and then bend the elbows in toward you. Bring your shoulders forward at least a little bit and rest more weight on your arms. Now, keep your fingertips pressing down. Now, as you hold this, just see about taking this further, extending one leg at a time. So left leg out to the side. Try to touch the heel to the floor and then come back to center. Right leg to the side. Bring the heel down and then back to center here. Left leg out to the side again, heel to the floor. Bring it back to center. Right leg to the side, touch the heel down, and come back into center. Take one more round. Left leg to the side with the heel toward the floor. Bring it back to center here. Right leg to the side one more time, and then come back to center. And then go ahead, bring yourself up onto your fingertips, and then walk the hands forward. And come close to your regular all fours. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. The knees are hips width. And you can have the hands 1 or 2 hands lengths forward of your knees. Now flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms up. Spread the fingers wide, but point the fingertips in toward the midline of the mat. Now with your fingers spread wide like this, slide the hands together, interlace the fingers. Keep your fingertips pressing down, straighten your arms as much as you can. Feel out this stretch, maybe to sway side to side a little bit, and that's good enough. Now, if you can take it further, keep the hands tense with the fingertips pressing down and then lower side to side. So bend the elbows, but bring the right elbow down to the floor. And then come back up to straight. Bring your left elbow down and lift back up and keep moving side to side like this. Now, each time you come back to center, try to straighten your arms at least briefly. Keep the tension in your hands, fingers spread wide, fingertips pressing down the whole time. And just take it at your own pace. Now go ahead and just give this one more round. Finish with the left elbow down before you come back to center one more time. And then bring yourself up onto the fingertips and down to sitting on your heels and take a moment. Shake your hands out, loosen your fingers and loosen your wrists. All right, once the hands are ready, come back to all fours. And then we'll take this into a forearm plank. So I want you to bring both forearms down. Now you can keep the forearms parallel with the palms on the floor or push the palms together, whatever suits you best. Just keep the elbows at shoulder width. Now step your feet back. Bring your body into line. Feet set about hips width distance apart. Keep your hands pushing down and keep your spine lifted, shoulder blades spread apart. Now as you hold this, let's just take this moving one leg at a time. Pull your left knee forward toward your left shoulder. Keep your chest facing down. And then step back. Right knee to right shoulder. And step back again. Left knee to the shoulder. Step this back. Right knee to right shoulder. And step back again. Left knee to left shoulder. Step this back. Right knee to right shoulder. And step back. Left knee to left shoulder. Step back. Right knee to right shoulder. And step back. Bring the left knee forward. Step it back again. Bring your right knee forward. And step back. One more time. Left knee forward. Step it back. One more time. Right knee forward. Step back. See that your feet are still hips width distance apart. And take it sort of side plank variation. Roll your heels over to the right. Come up onto your left hand. The right forearm stays down. Now maybe just stay here and lift the hips, and this is good enough. Now if you're going to take it further, left arm behind your back, half bind, keep the shoulder pulled back. And to move with this, keep your left foot pressing down. From underneath, step your right foot forward. And then step it behind. Right foot forward. And step it back again. Right foot forward. Step it back one more time. And then come back to center to your forearm plank. And take the other way. So roll your heels left, come up onto the right hand, keep your hips lifted. Maybe stay here. If you're going to take it further, right arm behind your back, half bind, keep the shoulder back. And then press into the right foot to move. From underneath, step your left foot forward. And then step it behind. Left foot forward. And step it back again. Left foot forward. Step it back one more time. Come back to center, your forearm plank. Lift your spine, spread the shoulder blades apart. And then release, bring your knees down. Come up to all fours. Once you're in all fours, just move around, breathe for a moment here. All right, before we move on, we're going to go into that figure four position just to feel things out and take this a little bit deeper on the hips. So from all fours, wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips here to set this up. Step your right foot forward behind your right wrist. And then with your left hand, take hold of the right ankle and pull the right ankle past your left thigh. Now find your crossed legs at this point. Curl the toes of the right foot, keep them curled, keep the foot tense. That knee stays pressed out to the side. Now if your hips are tight, maybe just stay here. That's good enough. If you can go further, bring both hands down to the floor. And then go ahead, tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee, and round yourself over your crossed legs. You can move forward and back, side to side, and just feel out the stretch, and that's good enough. Now, if you want to take this deeper, I'm going to cue this toward a baby Galavasana, which is not easy at all, but if you want to give this a try, walk your hands in close. And then you got to bring both forearms down. Now, I'm going to recommend you bring that left forearm down first. Hook the right foot over your left arm as you come down. Set the right forearm down as well and bring the knee close to the shoulder. Now, lean forward. Your face will be very close to the floor. If you can lean enough, maybe lift your left foot. If you can go further, you can extend that left leg up and back. It's not easy at all. And then go ahead and release from wherever you are. Come back to all fours. And look on the bright side. Doing this on the forearms is a hell of a lot harder than doing this on the hands. So once we get to the flow, this is going to seem a little bit easier probably. When you're ready, take the other side. Left foot forward behind your left wrist. Now with your right hand, take hold of the left ankle. And bring that left ankle past the right thigh and cross your legs. Now keep the toes, left foot curled. Keep the knee to the side. You can always stay here. If you're going to go further, both hands down. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, and then round yourself over your crossed legs. Move around, feel that stretch in the outer hip. If you want to stay with this is fine. If you're going to go toward that baby Galavasana, walk the hands in close. And then it's one forearm down at a time. So this time, right forearm down first. Bring the left foot over to the right arm, and when the left forearm comes down, bring the knee close to the shoulder. Keep your hips high, lean your head forward. See about lifting your right foot. And if you're going to take it further, you can extend that right leg up and back. Again, not easy at all. And once you're ready, go ahead and bring everything down. And come into all fours. Take a moment to breathe here. Move around. Now you can always just stay here and breathe, take a break, or take another stretch before you move on. But whenever you're ready, go ahead and tuck your toes. Straighten your legs, lift your hips, and come into your downward facing dog. Now, once you bring yourself into position, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. So press your palms flat so you can feel weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest down low to the floor. And then reach your hips up high toward the ceiling.
Now keep that long upward reach to the hips. So keep everything long from the wrist through to the hips. Pulling through the body around the lower ribs. You engage your core to help lengthen your spine. And if your legs are tight, go ahead and put a bend in the knees and let that tension go. You can always just pedal this out and stay loose. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front, take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose here, let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, you can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin and restack your spine. Slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last and then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then just release it at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway. Fingertips to the floor or to your shins. Lengthen forward to the crown of your head. And with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Wrists beneath the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift. And take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control, all the way down into your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you, hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And we'll take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. And then take some more all the way out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, look forward. And then work to lift this up even higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides, press the palms to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stand at the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees. Take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes and pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Lift with the arms, lift with your shoulders, keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale here. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in, hips high to down dog. Pedal out. Let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind him. And then bend the right knee, hang your right foot left, move into your scorpion dog. Work the twist, stack your hips. Now I want you to keep your right knee bent like this. We're going to go back and forth. So take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it forward. Knee to chest, shoulders, wrists. Inhale, open up back to scorpion. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to left elbow. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, forward, knee to left elbow one more time. Stay forward. And we're going to take fallen triangle. Now extend your right leg out to the left. Drop your left heel. Reach your left arm high. Keep your hips lifted. It's enough to stay here. Now if you want to move with this, take a half bind. Left arm behind your back. Keep the shoulder pulled back. And then push your left foot, just moving your right leg. From underneath, step your right foot behind you. And then step forward. Right foot behind, and step it forward again. Right foot behind, step it forward. Right foot behind, and step it forward one more time. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, come into center. Left hand down, step the right foot forward outside your right hand. We're going to take this toward a lizard variation. So both hands inside the right leg. Right foot toward the upper right corner of the mat. Make sure the ankle's a little bit past the knee. Now as you look at the right foot, curl the toes up off the floor. Keep them curled, keep the foot tense. Roll the outside into the foot and let the right knee move out to the side. Now keep your arms straight, sink your hips down, pull your chest forward toward the front of the mat. Keep that left hip nice and low, and keep the right foot tense like this. Now try to stay suspended on your hands and feet. If you need to rest and drop the left knee, go ahead, but keep it lifted if you can. And then as you hold this, just keep your gaze forward, let your hips move side to side, and try to sink lower inside that right leg. Now, if you're moving side to side, just come into center, arms are still straight. And let's take this a little bit further. Keep that left hip low, keep it pulling forward. Engage the glutes on the left side, hold that tension. And then on my count, just pulse the hips up and down lightly here. So from here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, just hold. And then bring the right foot between your hands and take low lunge. Now from here, we'll take it to a pyramid stance. So bring your left foot forward, 1 pace behind the right. Drop the left heel, hands to your hips with an inhale. Come all the way upright. Now take a moment to set it up, about 3 feet front to back. Still hips with distance side to side, so your hips are squared. Both legs straight, feet flat. Left foot points us out a little bit. Now pull the right hip back, left hip forward. And then take a half bind right on behind your low back, palm face. When you keep the shoulder drawn back. Reach your left arm up high. And we'll go from here down toward a halfway fold. So take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips. Lead with your chest, look forward, just come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way upright. Exhale, hinges forward toward halfway again. Inhale, come up all the way. Now with the exhale, hinge forward and hold toward halfway down. Look forward. Now we're going to take this to a twist, so put a deep bend in the right knee. Left arm comes down past the right thigh to braces. Draw the right shoulder back and look to the right side. Keep your shoulders stacked right above left. Now try to look up toward the ceiling. Right hip back, left hip forward still, and this is enough. Now if you want to go deeper, you can slide that left arm further down. Deeper still, maybe straighten the right leg, but not losing that twist. Keep your gaze up and keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just bring yourself upright. Hands to your hips, square everything forward. Bring the weight forward to the right foot. And when you're ready, come to standing with your left knee high. Take a moment, find your balance here. Keep that right big toe pressing down. Now once you're ready, with your left hand, hold on to the left knee. Bring it up high, pull it in close. Bring the thigh in to touch your low belly. This could be enough and you can stay here. Now if you want to go further with it, reach your left arm inside your left leg, find the big toe. Use that grip and pull the knee up even higher. Keep the thigh pulled in close. Now, if you want to take things further, you can reach that right arm up and back, maybe bend the right knee, start to lean back, but stay tall. If you want to go further still, keep the left knee close, keep it high, but maybe lift the left foot a little bit and open up that leg to a 90-degree angle. Maybe extend your left leg both up and forward. And just breathe here, keep your balance. Now still balancing, slowly, just bring yourself upright. Left knee lifted, hands to your hips. Switch this out, left foot's going to be the base. Come to standing with the right knee lifted. Now dig your left big toe into the floor. Once you're stable, left hand to the right knee, take a standing twist, pull the right shoulder back, open up your chest to the right. To go further, maybe reach the right arm back. Even further, you can extend the left leg and right leg and hold on to the foot with your left hand. Just take it to where you can, keep your twist and keep yourself upright. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just turn to center. Hands to hips, right knee still lifted. This is what we'll take the figure 4. Bring the right ankle past your left thigh. Now curl the toes to the right foot. Keep the knee out to the side. Bend your left knee and sink down. Keep the right leg pushing down to the left. Now hands wherever you need them to be. But hinge from the hips and fold down as low as you can over your cross legs. Keep your gaze forward. Keep breathing. Keep your balance here. And this is where we'll take it to the arm balance. So from wherever you are, bring your hands down to the floor. Now, if that's not going to work with your legs crossed, just bring the right foot down and you'll take this into crow. For Galavasana, both palms down. Bring the shin high up on the arms toward the armpits. Kick the right leg forward. Now, keep your hips high, lean forward. Bring the shoulders forward, let the elbows bend. See about hovering your left foot, you can hold here. Maybe bring that left heel up to your seat. And maybe extend your left leg up and back. Just take it the way you can and breathe. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take your Vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. All right, let's go ahead and take all that to the other side. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. Now bend your left knee, hang your left foot right, twist into that scorpion dog, stack your hips. Now keep your left knee bent. We're going to go back and forth from here, so take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, open up, back to scorpion. Exhale, forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, forward, knee to right elbow, stay forward. And then fallen triangle, extend that left leg out to the right. Drop the right heel, reach your right arm high, open up and keep your hips lifted. You can stay here. If you're going to move, right arm behind your back, half pine. Push into the right foot, keep your hips lifted. And just with your left leg, step the left foot behind you. And then step it forward. Left foot behind again. And then step forward. Left foot behind. Step this forward again. Left foot behind. Step it forward one more time. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, right hand comes down. Step the left foot outside your left hand. Let's move into that lizard variation again. So both hands inside the left leg, left foot toward the upper left corner, ankle past the knee at least a little bit. Now as you look at the left foot, curl the toes up off the floor, keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge and let that knee move to the side. Keep the foot tense. Now pressing your hands, sink your hips down low, pull your chest forward, stay low inside your left leg. You can drop the right knee to rest, but keep it lifted if you can. Now as you hold this, just keep your gaze forward and slowly just move side to side, try to sink down further inside that left inner thigh. Now if you're moving side to side, just settle in at center, chest forward, arms straight. Now tense this up further. Keep the right hip low, keep it pulling forward. Engage the glutes on the right side, hold that tension. And then on my count, pulse your hips up and down, take it slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, just hold. And then bring the left foot between your hands, come into low lunge. And from here, we'll take it to a pyramid stance. So bring the right foot forward, one pace behind the left. And then with an inhale, drop the right heel, bring your hands to your hips, and come all the way upright. So again, about 3 feet front to back, short stance. Hips with distance side to side, keep your hips squared. Left hip back, right hip forward. Keep your legs straight, both feet flat, and right foot points to the side. Now take a half bind, left arm behind your low back, palm facing away. Right arm reaches up. And from here, let's take it down to that halfway fold. So take an inhale. With the exhale, lead with your chest. Hinge from your hips, look forward, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. And then with the exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, come all the way up again. Exhale, hinge forward toward halfway. Inhale, bring yourself all the way upright. And then with the exhale, bring it down halfway one more time. Stay here. Now right hip forward, left hip back. Take the twist. Deep bend left knee. Right arm comes down past your left thigh. Now draw the left shoulder back. Keep the right arm pressing your left leg. And open up your chest to the left. Stack the shoulders vertically. Now if you want to take it further, you can slide that right arm further down. Maybe straighten your left leg without losing the twist. But take it away you can here. Keep the right hip pulling forward. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release. Bring your torso upright, hands to your hips. And then bend the left knee, bring the weight forward to your left foot. Come to standing with your right knee high. Take a moment, find your balance. Dig that left big toe into the floor. Now once you're ready, with your right hand, hold on to the right knee. Pull it up high, bring the thigh in close. The thigh should touch your low belly. Keep your balance. And maybe stay here. If you're going to go further, reach the right arm inside the right leg, find the big toe. Now if you got that grip, pull the knee higher, keep the leg pulled in close. And if you want to take things further, you can reach that left arm up and back, maybe bend your left knee and lean back a little bit. Further still, keep the right knee close, keep it high, but maybe lift the foot a little bit. You can open that leg toward 90 degrees. Maybe straighten it out and reach up and forward. Keep breathing here. All right, still balancing. Just bring yourself back upright. Hands to your hips. Right knee still lifted for a moment. Switch this out. Set the right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now press the right big toe down. Once you're stable, move into your standing twist. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Now pull your left shoulder back. Open up your chest to the left side. This is plenty right here. If you want to go further, maybe reach your left arm back and open up. Maybe reach the right hand to your left foot and extend the leg. Just take it to where you can, but stay twisted and keep yourself vertical.
Now take an inhale. Exhale, turn to center, hands, hips, left knee still lifted. And let's move into the figure 4. Bring the left ankle past the right thigh. Now curl the toes of the left foot, keep the knee to the side. Bend your right knee, start to sink the hips down. And let's take it down low. Hinge from the hips, keep your shoulders pulled back. Fold down as low as you can over your crossed legs. Keep looking forward, keep breathing here. Keep the left leg pressing down into the right. All right, and then from here, let's take the arm balance. Go ahead, release your hands down to the floor. Now, if it's not going to work with cross legs, set your left foot down, take it to crow. For Galavasana, both palms down. Bring the shin up high and the arms toward the armpits. Kick the left leg forward. Keep your hips high, lean forward, shoulders forward. See about hovering your right foot up. Maybe pull the heel up toward your seat, and maybe extend your right leg up and back. Take it to where you can go. And then take it through another vinyasa from here. Once you find your down dog, move around. Now from your down dog, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, come down to all fours. I'm going to take this into Galavasana from here. So why don't you bring your right knee forward to the center of the mat. Right foot out to your left side. Cross your legs and pull the left knee in tight. And let the feet go wide. And then bring yourself down to sitting between your heels. Take a moment and settle down. Bring your both sit bones to the floor. Now, if your hips are real tight and this is too much, you can also take the seat with the left leg extended forward and the right leg crossed over. But just sit this up tall when you're ready. And let's take the arm bind. Let's take it from below first. Right arm crosses your low back. With the left hand reach, find the right wrist. Elbow, anything between. But use that grip to pull the right shoulder back. Keep your chest open. And again, sit this up tall. If you want the full bind, right hand up between the shoulder blades. Left arm comes from above. And then find your grip somewhere between here. Then keep your shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. And then keep the legs squeezing toward each other. Your feet pressing down and just breathe here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, release your arm bind. Set both hands down behind you. Lean back and untangle the legs. Just cross at the ankles. Come forward to all fours. And we'll take it on the other side. When you're ready, bring your left knee forward this time. And then left foot goes over to the right. Cross your legs together. Press the knees together tight. Feet wide. And then again, come down to sitting between your heels. Now give yourself a moment. Get both sit bones down. Sit this up tall. And you can also do this with the right leg extended forward, left leg crossed over. For the arm bind, bring the left arm across your low back. With your right hand reach, find your left wrist, elbow, whatever you can grip, and draw that left shoulder back. Sit up tall with your chest open. If you're going to take the full bind, left hand up between the shoulder blades. And then the right arm comes from above. And then again, see about finding that grip in between. Now, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. Keep the legs squeezing. Keep your feet pushing down. And just breathe with us here. Now, take an inhale. With the exhale, just release your arm bind again. Set your hands down behind you, lean back, untangle the legs. And this time, come down to your back. Now, once you're down, pull your knees into your chest, just squeeze everything in tight, and press your spine down flat. And then release your grip, bring your feet to the floor. We'll take one long round of back bending here. Now I'm going to start the cue with bridge and then lead into wheel. And feel free to just take it as far as you like. You can always just hold bridge. And if you want to take wheel earlier, you can always lift up. But to set this up, feet and knees, hips with distance. And bring the heels in close enough that your low back starts basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down, just keep your gaze high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. And just keep that lift with your hips pressing up. To deepen your bridge, bring the hands underneath your hips. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms toward each other.
And then work your shoulders deep behind your back to open up your chest even more. Keep your hands pressing down, keep your hips pushing up. Now, if you're able to reach, you can take this further and take hold of the ankles and use that grip to open up even more. Keep the glutes engaged. Now, if you're going to take it to wheel, the hips stay lifted, just release your hands. And then set the hands down around your head. Press in your palms. You can lift the top of your head first. And then whenever you're ready, straighten your arms. So hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back of the mat. Keep your glutes squeezing. Now, for either pose, if it's too much in the low back, you can always lift your heels. And then set them down when you're ready. But keep the glutes squeezing, hips pressing up. For wheel, pull the shoulder blades toward each other. And then push from the shoulders through your palms. Try to reach through the floor and open up your chest. Keep breathing with us here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring everything back down. And then when you're down, draw your knees in close, squeeze everything in. And we'll take a supine twist. When you're ready, extend your left leg fully. And then it's left hand to the right knee, right arm out to the side. Now draw your right knee across your body, tuck your left hip underneath, keep both shoulders down. Now look over to the right. Now find the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can press down with the left hand. If you want to take it further, you can extend the right leg. Now if you want the second bind, you can bend the left knee, reach down with the right hand. If you find that grip, kick into your hand. And whatever version of the twist you take this into, keep your right shoulder pushing down. And just breathe here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release this. Bring it back to center. Pull both knees in. And then when you're ready, switch it out. Extend your right leg straight this time. Right hand, your left knee, left arm to the side. Now pull your left knee across your body. Tuck your right hip underneath. Both shoulders down. Look over to the left. Now find that stretch in the outer left hip toward the low back on this side. If you need more, you can press down with the right hand. Or maybe extend the left leg. Even further, if you want the second bind, bend the right knee. Reach with your left hand. If you do find that grip, kick into your hand. And again, keep your shoulders pressing down. Keep that left shoulder grounded, however far you take your twist. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it back to center. Draw both knees in side by side. And let's take happy baby. Go ahead, reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down on both sides. Now draw the knees down toward the floor, outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Try to flatten your spine, sink your tailbone toward the floor. If you want to go further, you can rock a little bit side to side like this. Even further, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from here, take a deep inhale, draw it down as much as you can. With the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then let yourself move again bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Now take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull the knees up as well. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Now ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. And then bring your hands into heart center. Take a deep inhale. Hold on to at the top. And just let everything go. And thank you for joining class. Namaste.